Alright, I just wanted to make this video because today marks 9 freaking years since the Nintendo Switch console released worldwide. It released worldwide on the same day today, which is March 3rd, 2017. It came out 9 years ago. And the thing retailed for $299.99. Sorry, which was expensive though. And 2 years later, they came out a light version of the system that couldn't really play Nintendo Switch games on the TV. It was only in handheld mode, and it retailed for $200. Then they came out with the OLED model, which it had a OLED screen. That's why it was called the Nintendo Switch OLED, and it was $50 more expensive than the original one. And as of now, it's currently sold over 155.37 million units as of now, which was the second best-selling console behind the PlayStation 2, and it's also the best-selling Nintendo console of all time. And I'm pretty sure it surpassed the Nintendo DS, when it comes to how many units the thing sold or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, and the best-selling game that sold as of now is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, and the current firmware it's on right now, it's on 21.2.0, which that update came out in January of this year. So yeah. If you don't know what a Nintendo Switch is, it's a tablet that can either be docked for home console use or used as a portable device, making it a hybrid console because it's basically a home console and a handheld system. That's why it's called the Nintendo Switch. Its wireless Joy-Con controllers function as two halves of a standard controller and alternatively as individual controllers, featuring buttons, directional analog sticks for user input. It has motion as well, motion sensing, and it has feedback as well. A pair can attach to the sides of the console for handheld play, attached to a grip accessory to provide the form of a separate gamepad, or be used unattached. The system software, supports online gaming through internet connectivity, as well as local wireless connectivity with other console. And the Switch games and software are also available on both ROM cartridges and digital cartridges via the Nintendo eShop. And all of the Nintendo Switch consoles have no region lockout. It's region free now. 2 hardware revisions were released. Like I said, the Nintendo Switch Lite and the Nintendo Switch OLED both came out just a few years later. The Switch was unveiled on October 20th, 2016. The concept came about following Nintendo's financial losses from poor Wii U sales and market competition from mobile games. Nintendo's then president Satoru Iwata, rest in peace to him, pushed the company towards mobile gaming and novel hardware. The Switch's design was aimed at a wide demographic of players through multiple modes of use. Nintendo sought the support, sorry for the pause there, of many third-party developers and publishers, as well as independent studios to help build the game library alongside its first-party standard electronic components, such as a chipset based on NVIDIA's line, were chosen to make game development easier for programmers and more compatible with existing game engines. The Switch received positive reviews with praise for its design and software library, but criticism for hardware and controller problems, which were, the Joy-Con problems, because those Joy-Cons would, it would drift, which was, very, very annoying. It became a major commercial success with over 155 million units shipped worldwide as of December of 2025. It is the second best-selling console, like I said, behind the PlayStation 2, and the best-selling Nintendo console as well, like I said earlier. A successor, the Nintendo Switch 2, which is backwards compatible with most Switch games, was released on June 5th of 2025, which will soon be a year old as well. So, and these are what the Nintendo Switch cartridges look like. Yeah. Games for the Nintendo Switch. Hold on, let me sit down for this. Games for the Nintendo Switch can be obtained through either retail channels or digitally through the Nintendo eShop. Games distributed at retail are stored on proprietary cartridges, similar in design to the game cards used for Nintendo 3DS games, albeit smaller and thinner. As the world's first major hybrid console, the console is the first major home playable video game system to make use of cartridges since the Nintendo 64. Due to the small size, at 31 by 21 by 3 millimeters, Nintendo coats each cartridge with a lot of problems, like used to discourage children from messing them or eating them. It was just Switch games at the console's launch of US $60, which were the price of those games, equivalent to the price for new games on either the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. So, yeah. Game cards at the time of the Switch's release had a 32GB capacity. Nintendo had planned to introduce 64GB game cards by the second half of 2018, but had to push this back. I don't know why. Hold on, let me stop this. Alright, I'm back. Some physical games may still require content to be installed to internal storage, with some games, hold on just a second, with some games using a significant portion of the internal memory if a micro SD card is not available. Other physical games which have a large amount of content may require a micro SD card to be present in the Switch, such as NBA 2K18. Such games are clearly marked on the cover to show these requirements. So, yeah, I'm not going to read like the rest of this because that would take too long. It would just if you want to read all this, you can go to Wikipedia and check that out. So, yeah, like I said, happy 9 years to the system. Can't believe next year will be like 10 years old. It will be a decade old, like pretty much in 2027. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this video. I know it was longer than last year's video where I talked about the system and celebrating its anniversary of it, but still, hope you all enjoy it. Make sure you like it, comment down below what you think of it, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. this video will, I don't know if this will be uploaded on the same day as the Switch is released or after, but I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see about it. Anyways, peace out.